Yes, my friend, you become a triathlete. It's time to find out how. Hit it! Yeah. Like my outfit? Yeah, look at this. Yeah. Welcome to a fresh new episode of the Fitness Avengers, where we fight fat, frustration, and fitness fakes. I'm your host, Master Trainer and author Tony Arreola from TotalBodyProject.com, on a personal mission to simplify fitness for you. Coming at you every Monday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube live. Well, it's hard to see with this thing. Yes, we're talking about you becoming a triathlete. This is what I hear from people. But I can't swim. I'm scared of sharks. What if I drown? These are all scary thoughts. I get it. But today I'm going to help you use those thoughts in order to point you in the right direction. Because it's time to live your life fit. If you're watching live, watching the replay, comment hashtag live fit. Today we're going to talk about all things triathlon: swim, bike, and run. We're going to talk about nutrition, stretching, how to schedule your workout program so that you can create and finish strong. We'll have our Ask the Trainer segment, which is what if I can't swim, which is it's not good. We're gonna help you overcome that. So if you're watching live, say hello. If you're watching the replay, comment. Hola, Diana. Diana says hello. She wants to become a triathlete. All right, Diana, we're gonna make you a triathlete today. I know we've talked a lot about your swim, so hope you like my outfit. So this is what I hear from from people sometimes, but I'm not an athlete, and I want you to challenge those notions. Don't think about what you can't do. Think about what you can do. So we're going to take those thoughts, we're going to reform them, we're going to reshape them, and we're going to make you believe and understand that you are an athlete and you're capable than a lot more than you think. So the first thing we want to do is we want to smash those ants. Now, what I mean by hold on, this is so fans. It's a live show, ladies and gentlemen. So sometimes we gotta make sure that things are taken care of. We gotta smash those ants. And what are ants? Ants are automatic negative thoughts. And these are the ants that they're really problematic and they jump everywhere in our lives. And I'm not your traditional coach that's gonna tell you, hey, the first thing you do is you gotta get on the bike or you gotta, jump in the pool. No. That the battle happens a lot way before that. And we're talking about when you're thinking about accomplishing something big, something challenging, like taking on a new hike, taking on a new challenge, a new adventure. The first thing that's going to pop into your head are these automatic negative thoughts, and they're going to tell you things like, "I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I can't do that." All these different things that pop into your head and beat you before you even start. So what I want you to notice is was when these thoughts come in, whether it be for triathlon or for anything else, catch those thoughts. Be like, okay, like let me see what that is, and then we're gonna relabel those thoughts. Like if you're not a triathlete, you're not a triathlete yet. You're learning to become a triathlete. You're on your way to becoming a triathlete. You're a beginner in your triathlon journey because all experts all started in the beginning. So that's the first thing you want to do when you're thinking about becoming a triathlete. You want to embrace what's called the growth mindset and be willing to try something new, because when you get out there, you put on your spandex, you jump on your bike, you go in the pool, and then you wear your speedos. Things are you're exposed out there. You're gonna feel silly. You're gonna feel silly putting on your clothes, maybe getting on the squirmy bike. All those things are gonna be challenging. And when you're trying something new, it's normal to be nervous, to be too anxious, to not feel like you fit in. But that's exactly why you need to keep going in that general direction, because you really want to ask yourself, when was the last time you were truly uncomfortable? And if it's been a while, then maybe it's time to take up your first triathlon, because you will be uncomfortable, you will be challenged, and you will, once you stay in there, you'll love the sport. I can't imagine life without it. But the beginning, and still sometimes there's still a lot of discomfort in the sport. Now, after you realize, okay, I want to do it. Maybe I smash those ants. I'm thinking about, okay, it's going to be hard in the beginning. Then you want to take inventory of where you're at with your abilities. Are you in shape? If if you got to lose some pounds, if you got to, maybe if you have injuries, maybe that triathlon's not for you. Triathlon's basically when you have fitness in control in your life and you're working out consistently, then you can look to add like a triathlon because this is a new challenge. This is going to require a different level of training and take an assessment of where you're at. Where's the swim? Where's the bike? Where's the run? How good are you at the three disciplines? Are you good at them or are you not? And if you're not, where can you improve? But really be honest with yourself to help you figure out where you need to because basically the weakest discipline is where you're going to spend the most time. So that's where you need to focus and be honest with yourself. So after you take an inventory of kind of where you're at, what you're willing to do, the work that you're willing to try, then you need to start looking for a race. And right now it's kind of COVID's kind of crazy. It's surging back. So let's try to keep it at bay. But the races are few and far between. There's not that many races, but you want to find a race that's close to you that maybe your friends can come see you at or anything like that. But you want to find a race that fits your ability as well. So maybe like there's in Orange County, there's Pacific Coast. There's also different types of distances. There's super sprint, which is about half an hour of effort. Sprint, Olympic distance, half Ironman distance is full Ironman distance. So each different distance just requires more athletic ability and a lot of times a lot more time commitment. So find a race that suits you. They have different types of swims as well. Some swims are in pools, some swims are in water, some swims are in bays, just depending on your level. You want to find a suitable triathlon for yourself. Don't start with the Ironman. That's a crazy one to start with because that's, maybe 14, 15 hours of a race. So you want to start with something small that you can start getting some wins and see if you enjoy the sport. Emoji time. Woo! I think Dinah's at a meeting or something. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. If you're watching the replay, if you're watching my shades, sorry, Cycle. You can see. Do I look fast? Do I look fast? If you're watching the replay, hit those likes, hit those hearts, share it with people, and let's get some more triathletes out there. So now we're talking about the swim. And the swim by far is what keeps the most people away from triathlon because either they didn't grow up swimming like myself. I learned to swim as an adult. They don't have access to a pool or they're scared of water, scared of sharks, or scared of drowning. And here's the thing with the swim. You're gonna have to practice to swim and get comfortable being uncomfortable, get comfortable learning how, and get the proper methods and techniques in order for you to progress in this area. Because swimming turns out it's the smallest part of all these triathlons, but it's the most important part and the part that keeps everybody away from the sport. If you grew up swimming, that's great. Kudos to you. That's awesome. If you didn't grow up swimming, then don't let this deter you because your journey with swimming, at least for myself, has been one of the most rewarding journeys of my life because you go from swim drowning, which happened in my first triathlon, where I was just panicking to, this last Thursday when I had the best swim I ever had in my career. And it's just been this journey of working on it for about 8 years in this triathlon journey. So fight the good fight with the swim. You got to learn technique. Technique is the most important for swim. It's not so much you can't really power it. You have to be really, you have to have a really good technique for the swim. The bike, the big bike at the beginning, everyone knows how to ride a bike. So you know how to ride a bike, just jump on there, spin, go forward. You're gonna be okay. And for a triathlon, you get your first one especially, you just are gonna enjoy the bike, have fun with it. If you want to get your clip-ons, you can clip in, clip out if you want. I've seen people, you don't have to do that. You don't need a fancy bike. Well, I don't have my fancy bike is in the bike shop. You don't need a fancy bike. Depending on where you're at, you're not trying to win your first triathlon. You're just trying to get out there and have fun. So get a bike. Make sure you get a helmet and don't break your wrist. Definitely don't want to break the wrist because then that's going to make it hard. So just start with any bike and then don't start spending a fortune on equipment because you don't know if you're going to stick with it. Just start slow. Start with what you have. Ask, borrow bikes, especially now with COVID. There's bikes everywhere. Shoes, just get socks and underwear. Make sure you get the right shoes, socks and underwear to run. And again, just start running. That's the big thing. You want to make sure swimming is probably the thing that you have to build in the most Then get your bike, make sure your bike works. You get a helmet and start biking, and then add the run. And once you have the three disciplines, kind of, in each individual facet, you have these. You understand where you're at. Then you can start investing in each one and seeing where you're gonna have to spend the bulk of your time. If you're not a strong swimmer, you can swim more. If you're not a strong cyclist, you have to cycle more. Not a strong runner, you have to run more. And so now that you know where your weakest at, then you want to plan your training sessions. When are these workouts going to happen? Are they going to happen in the beginning of your day, the middle of the day, early in the day? When are they going to happen? And then schedule, maybe at least one session per discipline per week, maybe 2 sessions, maybe 3 sessions. The more you invest into your training, the better you're going to perform that day. And remember, you're looking for progress, not perfection. You're really just looking to build some reps, get some momentum, and really have fun. Because what I love best about triathlon is that I'm working out, but it doesn't feel like working out. It feels like I'm just having fun. Like I got to ride my mountain bike yesterday, and even though it was a workout, it felt like I was just out there having fun. And if you're starting to get more serious, or you're just really nervous about the whole thing, then hire a coach or join a group. Both are really good, really supportive to help you on your triathlon journey, because everyone's journey, you think everyone starts off like seasoned pros, and they look intimidating when they zoom by in their little arrow helmets, and they're running and checking their Garmin, talking about their splits, power, FTP, drags, the little swim intervals out there, and flip turns and sets, and all this terminology that ultimately at the end it doesn't matter, because we all start off as beginners. So we all start off as beginners and enjoy the journey of becoming a triathlete. And it's a very encouraging community. And our Ask the Trainer is, what if I can't swim? And I've had this question a few times. If you can't swim as an adult, then do you feel like it would be worth your time to learn how to swim? Maybe it was like, I've had it where people have anxiety of putting their head in the water and are just really nervous about the water in general. Maybe that's a fear that shows up. It's very real. So I believe in, tackling your fears and really being uncomfortable with these challenges. And if that's something that you feel is stopping you from becoming attracted, and maybe it's time to learn how to swim, to get out there, put in the work. It's not as hard as you think. Most of it has to do with mental blocks. You do need to have a coach to help you learn how to swim and learn just the proper mechanics. But I promise, when you learn to swim and you feel good in the water, you feel comfortable in the water, and you love the water, it's probably one of the most rewarding feelings in your life. For me, there's nothing like, waking up in the morning and going in the ocean, going for an open water swim, and then seeing that sunrise, and it's just, it glistens off the water, and it's just this euphoric feeling that you're at one with nature, and you get to race. But obviously, I love triathlon; it's a big part of my life, and I feel like the swim, since it's the hardest, it's the journey I enjoyed the most. And here's one of my clients spotlight. This is Josh Seppington, who is the man, who's the host of his YouTube channel. And Josh and I are on a journey to get him onto the podium. I believe it's Indian Wells in December. He is racing, training hard, and he is just delivering just tremendous results. Josh shows up every week, committed, doing the work, swim, bike, run. We're working on improving the swim, getting a higher cadence on the bicycle. He's luckily he ran in high school and college, so he's really set there. So Josh is just crushing every aspect, and we're looking for that podium finish. So Josh, kudos to you, brother. Love what you're doing. He's actually raising money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So if you want to support the cause, send me a message. I will drop a link. But Josh is just doing tremendous work, and it's hard being a triathlete. But he's doing the 70.3, which is a 1.2 mile swim, a 56-mile bike ride, and a 13.1 mile run. And we're hoping to complete that under 5 hours. So kudos to you, Josh, making it happen, my friend. Proud of you. If you haven't yet, use the hashtag LiveFit, and we'll invite you to join the Fitness Avengers group, where we're wearing helmets every day, having fun. Thank you so much for tuning in. Diana is really, really pumped for Josh. But I think Diana wants to be a triathlete too, right, Diana? Well, thank you so much for tuning in. It's time to live your life fit. Please like, share, comment. If you're up and coming triathlete, or if you're on your triathlon journey, where you may be, support each other. embrace new challenges. Tune in next week. Next week, I'm going to talk about how to stop eating junk food. Because some people eat cookies all the time. Cookies are good. They're giving away ice cream sandwiches downstairs in the lobby. I wonder if I should just go and see how many of my clients eat the chocolate cookies. Again, thank you so much for watching, for tuning in. My name is Tony Arreola, NASM Master Trainer and best-selling author. You're the reason I exist, to share my life's purpose with you. Thank you so much, and I will see you next week. Take it away, Courtney. And we're getting married. Yes, we're getting
Watching
married.
the Fitness Avenger live show. Woo! If you like the show, make sure to like it and share. Please join us next week on Facebook Live. This week's show is brought to you by our close friends at Total Body Project. Visit totalbodyproject.com for more info.
Let's do it.